To all of you. So today we will start with a new chapter, midpoint theorem. So first let's discuss what is midpoint theorem. So suppose you have a triangle like this. This is A, B, C. So let's see what is midpoint theorem. A line passing through the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. Okay, so suppose this is a triangle and suppose this is D and E are the midpoints of the triangle. So if I draw a line which passes through D and E, then what happens? It becomes parallel to third side and half of it. Okay, so this is the midpoint theorem. So what is given? Given will be D and E are midpoints of AB and AC. Okay, so D and E are the midpoints. D and E are the midpoints of AB and AC. Then what happens? Then this will be our proof, that is DE will be parallel to BC and DE is half of BC. So this is known as the midpoint theorem. A line passing through the midpoints of two sides, that means any of the two sides, if it is passing through the midpoint, then it becomes parallel to the third side, so it becomes parallel to BC and its value is half of BC. Okay, so this is known as the midpoint theorem. Then a converse of this theorem also. So what is the converse of this theorem? Converse says, if suppose it is given that D is the midpoint, let D is midpoint of AB and DE is parallel to BC. Suppose it is given in the question that D is the midpoint of one of the side, or we are given with any of the midpoint of the side, and that line which is passing through the midpoint is parallel to the third side. Then in that case what happens? E becomes midpoint of AC and DE is equals to half of BC. Okay, so this is the midpoint theorem. When two midpoints are given, a line is passing through these midpoints, is parallel to the third side. In case of the converse, a midpoint will be given and that line which is passing through that midpoint and going to the other side is parallel to the third side. So what will be our implication? Implication will be the next point becomes the midpoint of the side. So based upon this midpoint theorem, we will solve few questions. Okay, so let's discuss few questions of midpoint theorem, exercise 12a. So in the very first question, in a triangle ABC, so I will draw a triangle ABC. This is ABC. M is the midpoint of AB. So see, it is given that M is the midpoint of AB and a straight line through M parallel to BC cuts AC at N. So it is given that a straight line is drawn and it is going to N and it is parallel to BC. So what is given in this? M is midpoint of AB, it is given, as well as MN is parallel to BC. These two things are given. So we have to find the length of AN and MN. So we have to find the length of AN and MN. If BC is 7 cm, so this is given as 7 cm, and AC is 5 cm. Okay, so just now we have discussed the midpoint theorem and converse of the midpoint theorem. So in that case, what we will use? See, it is given that M is the midpoint of AB and MN is parallel to BC. So we can say that using these two statements, N is midpoint of AC. Why? Because we have studied about the converse of midpoint theorem. If one midpoint is given and that line is parallel to the third side, then in that case, next point becomes automatically the midpoint of the next side. So we can say that is AN equal to NC equal to half of 5, that is 2.5 centimeter. Okay. Here we can write in the brackets CMPT. CMPT stands for converse of midpoint theorem, and for the midpoint theorem you can write MPT. Then what we have to find next? Value of MN. So since MN is parallel to BC, we know that MN will be half of BC. Okay. That is so MN will be half of BC, that is half 7, half into 7, that is 3.5 centimeter. So like this we can solve the question. Okay, so let's see a different type of question, question number 2. So in this it is given that ABCD is a rectangle. That means AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. Now with the help of this, it is given that P, Q, R and S are the midpoints. Okay. So what we have to prove? We have to prove PQRS is a rhombus. So what concept we will use? We will use few properties of rectangle. That is, in case of the rectangle, opposite sides are equal to each other, as well as the value of diagonals is also equal to each other. Okay, so this concept we will use. So we can write, we know AC equal to BD. So we will use the midpoint theorem. How? We will take, second thing is, if you want to prove a certain geometry as a rhombus, so if you can prove that PQRS is a parallelogram, and then if you prove that any two adjacent sides are equal to each other, then in that case the geometry becomes the rhombus. So let's see. First we will take, in triangle ABC, we know P and Q are midpoints of AB and DC. Okay, this we know that P and Q are the midpoints, so that means PQ is equal to, or we can say PQ is parallel to AC and PQ equal to half of AC. This is our first equation and we can write by midpoint theorem. Then next we can take, in triangle ADC, similarly S and R are midpoints of which sides? AD and DC. So we can say that SR is parallel to AC and SR equal to half of AC. This is our second, and same reason we can write by midpoint theorem. Now if you see very carefully what we will get, so what we will get, we can write from 1 and 2 PQ equal to SR and PQ is parallel to SR. So we got one pair of side as equal and parallel, so we can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. But what we have to prove in this? We have to prove that PQRS is a rhombus. So in order to prove it, if we can now prove any of the one pair of adjacent sides as equal, so it becomes a rhombus. Now we will use this diagonal BD. How? We will take in triangle BDC, Q and R are midpoints of BC and DC. So we can say that QR equal to half of BD and QR is parallel to BD. But we have already written in the starting that AC equal to BD. So we can say that QR equal to half of AC. Okay. Also, what we know? QR equal to PS, because we have already proved that PQRS is a parallelogram. So again we can write it as half of AC. So let it be 3 and 4. So in the end we will get from 1, 2, 3 and 4. PQ equal to RS equal to S. ST equal to QR. So this will give us that PQRS is a rhombus. Okay. So we have proved that PQRS is a rhombus by using the midpoint theorem. Next, let's see question number 4. So now again a different type of geometry is given, a trapezium is given. So we know that in case of the trapezium, one pair of opposite side is parallel to each other. This is P and this is Q. Now what is given? Sorry, this is Q and this is R. So we have to prove that PR equal to half of AB and CD. So first of all, let's write what is given. Given is AB parallel to CD and PR is parallel to AB. So we can say that from these two, that these all lines are parallel to each other. And what else is given? P is midpoint of AB. Now, what we have to prove? To prove is PR equal to half of AB plus CD. Okay, this we have to prove. Now how we will prove? So we will take in triangle ABP. What is given? P is midpoint of AD. Okay, and since it is a straight line, okay, it is already given that PR is a straight line, so we can say that PQ is parallel to AB. So that will give us, this implies PQ equal to half of AB and Q is midpoint of BD by converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, so we got one midpoint and one line parallel to other line, that means the other point is automatically the midpoint of the third side. So Q becomes the midpoint of BD. Similarly, now we will take in triangle. Which triangle we can take? BCD. Q is midpoint of BD. This we have just proved. And QR is parallel to DC. Okay, QR is the part of PR which that line was parallel to DC, that is already given. So we can say that QR equal to half of DC. Okay, so let this is our first, let this is our second. So according to the question, if you see very carefully, what actually is PR? PR is PQ plus QR, so we will do 1 plus 2, that is PQ plus QR is equal to half of AB plus half of CD, that is PR equal to half of AB plus CD. Okay, hence proved. So again we have used the concept of converse of midpoint theorem as well as the midpoint theorem. So in question number 7, L, M, N are the midpoints of the side AB and DC respectively of a parallelogram ABCD. So first we will draw the parallelogram like this. Then it is A, B, C and D. So L is the midpoint of AB. L is the midpoint of AB. And M is the midpoint of DC. M is the midpoint of DC. So let's join them. Prove that the segments DL and BM, that is DL and BM, trisect diagonal AC. So we will join AC. Okay, so what we have to prove? Let this point we can take as suppose P. Let this point we will take. Okay, after solving we will take the point. So first let's see what is given. Given is L and M are midpoints of AB and CD. Okay, then what we have to prove? Trisect means AP equal to PQ equal to QC. Okay, so we have to prove that this BL and BM is trisecting the diagonal AC. Now let's see what we can do. Okay, so let's prove it. AB equal to CD, that we already knew. So half of AB will be half of CD. Okay, definitely. So half of AB I will take BL, and half of CD I will take MD. Also, what we know, AB is parallel to CD. This we know. So we can also write like this: BL is parallel to DL. Okay, let this is our first and let this is second. So we can say from 1 and 2, BLDM is a parallelogram. Okay, so we have proved that it is a parallelogram. Now we have to prove that these three parts are equal to each other. So what we are going to do? We will take, okay, so first we will take triangle ABQ. So in triangle ABQ, what we know? L is the midpoint. L is midpoint of AB, and PL is parallel to BQ, that we know. So that means P is midpoint of AP, that is AP equal to PQ. Okay, by again we have used the converse of midpoint theorem. So these two parts are equal to each other. Then similarly we have to prove that these two parts are equal to each other. So what we are going to do? Similarly, which triangle we will take? We will take this triangle. Okay, so in triangle DPC, M is midpoint of BC, that we know, it is given. And since we have proved that BLDM is a parallelogram, so we have used this concept PL is parallel to BQ. We will use it here also. MQ is parallel to DP. So that will give you what? That will give you Q is midpoint of PC, that is PQ equal to QC. Okay, so this is our third result. Again we have used the CMPT here. This is our this is third result. This is fourth. So we can say from 3 and 4, AP equal to PQ equal to QC. So we can say that BL and BM trisect BC. Okay, let's see question number 9. कुछ करना तो नहीं है? Okay, let's see question number 9. A parallelogram ABCD. So this is ABCD. P is the midpoint of BC and Q is the point on AC such that CQ equal to 1 by 4 AC. PQ produced BC meets BC at R. So this is AC, this is Q, this is R. Sorry, this is P, this is QR, and CQ is 1 by 4th of AC. Okay, this we will use later on. So what is given? Given is P is midpoint of BC and CQ is 1 by 4 of AC. Okay, so what we have to prove? So let's see for the very first part. R is midpoint of BC. R is midpoint of BC, that we have to prove. Now again, since we have to prove that R is midpoint of BC, that means somewhere we have to use the converse of the midpoint theorem. So what I am going to do, I will join BD. Okay, I am going to join another diagonal. Now what happens when I join BD? Let this point is O. So since we know that in case of the parallelogram diagonals bisect each other, since AC and BD bisect each other, okay, so since AC and BD bisect each other, that means AO equal to half of AC. Okay, this you will get. Or we can say that it is also equal to OC. So what is CQ? CQ is 1 by 4 of AC. So if you see this, you can here get AC equal to twice of OC. So we will substitute here. It will be 1 by 4, 2 into OC. So CQ equal to half of OC. Now we got that these 2 points are equal to each other, and this is already given as equal to each other. So what we are getting here? Actually we are getting here the midpoint theorem. So what we will do? We will take in triangle BOC. Okay, here we can write what we got. Q is midpoint of OC. So in triangle DOC, P and O are midpoints of which two sides? DC and OC. So we can say that this implies PQ is parallel to OD and PQ is half of OD by midpoint theorem. So PQ equal to half of OD and PQ is parallel to OD. Okay, so PQ equal to half of OD and PQ is parallel to OD. Now we have to prove that R is the midpoint of BC. So again we will use the converse, and how we will use the converse? Since it is given that PQR is a straight line, so now I will take in triangle BOC. In triangle BOC, what we know? Q is midpoint of OC and QR is parallel to OB. So that will give us R is midpoint of BC. Okay, so this is our first part. Next we have to prove PR equal to half of BD. So here we will get one more thing, that is QR equal to half of OB. Okay, so this I am taking as first and this is our second. So we will do 1 plus 2 here. So that is PQ plus QR equal to half of OD plus half of OB. So what is PQ plus QR? It is PR half of OD plus half of OB, that is half of BD. Okay, so this is our second proof. Okay, so like this you use the midpoint theorem and converse of the midpoint theorem and solve the questions. Thank you.